down.
What's up guys, it's your boy CJ here, back with another video. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about 5 tips and tricks I wish I knew before I started using Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro, or Adobe Premere Pro, is a really full name for it. It's a unique software in my opinion. It's a video editing software. It's used by major companies for video editing, amateurs and professional alike. But yeah, let's jump back in time before I actually start and get into it. I started video editing around 2016. My first ever video was actually a slideshow. It was a 14-minute slideshow. I don't understand why I did that at the time that long, but I had zero idea about making videos until my friend up and one day just come and ask me, "Hey Jay, can you come and help me create a video?" I was like, "Sure." I never made any videos, but he says, "No, Ryan, you just try it out." At the time, I had zero ideas about making videos. I only did photography. I did not know anything about videos at the time, so I rushed to work. I rushed to research. I first started using Vegas Pro, but over time, I kind of don't like the interface, so I switched to Premiere Pro. But then again, fast forward 4 years, I really wish that I really had these 5 tips I'm about to tell you to help speed up my editing process back then, because it really took me quite some time to edit that thing. It took me an entire night just for a 14-minute slideshow, which is really long for anyone, to be honest. It's really long and I had no idea how to make it, but I really wish today's tips gonna help you out. I know it's gonna help me out if I reflected back then. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so off the bat, once you launch up Premiere, you're gonna open a new project, and this is what you're gonna see. I know it looks intimidating at first, but trust me, it is not that intimidating. The first tip I'm gonna tell you is actually a very simple one. It's basically drag and drop. And by drag and drop, I mean normally what you do before you start editing is importing the clips you want to edit. So what you're gonna do is go up to Files, go up to Import, and select the medias you want to import via these panels. It's the same for Mac, but I have a way that's much more faster. So the first way is basically just drag and drop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight both of these files. I'm just going to drag and drop it. What's going to happen is that my media is instantly imported into the Premiere Pro without any more fussiness, I would say. This really helped. I didn't know about this maybe about a month into using Premiere Pro, which is really dumb. But yeah, this is gonna help you bring in, especially if you have like hundreds of clips. It's gonna speed up your process all the more faster. So yeah, on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is actually a very simple one. It's basically exporting. Now, after you edited your videos like fully and whatsoever, you're gonna want to compile it, so to speak. You're gonna have to export the video for people to view. It's not just a random clipping, so you can't really view it inside Premiere Pro just because it doesn't work that way. So what you're gonna do is basically very simple. Just go up to Files and go down to Export, click on Media, and you're gonna have this giant panel comes out. And what you're gonna do then, you can select your presets. Normally I select for YouTube 1080p because it's more functional that way. And then I'm gonna select the output name. Now the output name serves as 2 functions. Function number 1 is to select the files you want to save it in. Number 2 is basically the file name. I'm not going to do anything about this, but get the idea. But once you're done with that, you're going to have to go down here, either select Q or export. If you have multiple files being exported at the same time, I suggest you use Q. However, if you only have one single video and you want to export that single one, just click on export and it's going to export for you. I'm not going to export this because I already have it exported, but as simple as it is, what you're going to do is just click export and the bar is going to come out and it's going to say how much time remaining for you to export the files. It's as simple as that. It's not that difficult, but it's easily missable because I missed it when I first started using Premiere Pro. Anyway, on to my third tip. The third tip is, for many people, it's count as silly, but for me, it's count as super important just because you're gonna run into this problem later on anyway, is saving. Now, I know it sounds stupid, but believe it or not, saving is quite important because of how constantly Premiere Pro crashes. Premiere Pro crashed a lot, and in the past 4 years of me editing, it has grown better over a different iteration of Premiere Pros. But at the first, when I first started out, it's 2016 Premiere Pro. I crashed 2 to 3 times on a single project, which is, yeah, believe it or not, that's what happened. But over time now, the newest one, 2020 Premiere Pro, I don't encounter that problem that much. I do get crashes, maybe editing in the period of editing 2 to 3 videos, I might crash once. But you do not want to have your blood and sweat and tears just go to waste because of you're lazy, you just want to save. So remember to save. Alright, on to tip number 4. Is opening a panel in a different tab. Now, what do I mean by opening a different panel in a different tab? It's basically pulling whatever. If you look down here, there's a lot of panels down here, but you do not. If you have hundreds of video clips, you do not want all of them to just stuck down here. You want them to be clean and tidy, and you want to see everything. So what I would do is basically just go up here and drag it up. Yep, and now you have a much bigger space to deal with, and you have your effects control and whatsoever down here. You don't need, and the best thing about it is that I can just put this into effects. I want to search maybe warp stabilizer perhaps. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Warp stabilizer, I can just leave it here. I want to use it over multiple clips, and I want to see which clips I'm going to use it to. I see the code very clearly, it's very big, and this is going to help you a lot. And I did notice I only noticed this about a year after starting using Premiere Pro. I know it sounds redundant and really stupid, but it's a big trick. For me, if I knew this at first, I'm sure it's gonna help me fasten the process. But yeah, that's my tip number 4. Tip number 5. Rescale. Now, what rescaling means? Alright, this tip in particular is extremely great to be used if you're editing photo slideshows. Why do I say that? Let me give you an example. Right here, I have a 1080p clip. Nothing much, nothing special about it. But let's say I want to put in photo. Now I'm gonna drag down a photo. Wow, what you're gonna see is that this photo is super big. Now I didn't know how to rescale this thing. You can easily rescale it if you want an effects control, but there's an even more simpler way where you just go down to your clip, right click on it, set the frame size, and boom, voila, you have it, your photo in the frame, just nice and simple. So yeah, that's the gist of it, I guess. That's my 5 tips and tricks. I hope this video helps you guys out. It will definitely help me out if I had it back then. I hope you guys help it out. Of course, I do enjoy you guys having any more tips and tricks you want me to feature, or perhaps you guys want to tell it. Guys, please tell me down in the comments below. Drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. It's your boy CJ, out.